Good evening, everyone. Well, I have a little bit of explaining to do why I didn't film yesterday, but I'm not going to go in massive amount of detail because of that reason. But we're going to have a little running session with the trains tonight and maybe try to get a small amount of scenery done. A small amount, not a long amount because of the time and other things that need to get done before tomorrow. And tomorrow is a mainline video again. Not totally sure what I'm going to yet tomorrow, but we'll see. Might do an Exodus and Davis because I haven't done that area for a little while, but we'll see when it comes closer to the time. We're going to run HSTs as we often do. I am going to try to get a freight train running for you today as well. It might not be 66, but we might run the 58 and one of the other shunters maybe. Some people are saying, what about the steam locomotive you own? Well, the Pioneer and the, let's wait, we go out the 57 out of the way for now. Let's get the Pioneer out. I know some people like the Pioneers. I don't mind them. I mean, they're not my most favourite. I mean, steam is not my most favourite locomotive out there anyway. But, I mean, as steam trains go, they're not bad looking things. They're a bit like kettle on wheels in some way. So we'll dig out the Intercity HST and we'll dig out Castle Set as well. And we'll dig out the GNER HST as well. After the holiday there might be some other videos like new other trains to the collection of East Coast HST, potentially First Great Western, Network Rail Livery one, First Great Western is another one, East Coast is one I mentioned earlier, as well as Cuss Country and a couple others possibly in the list for this year to own and collect. That's the thing I should have mentioned. Freight wise today, I'm not sure if I'm doing freight entirely yet because it will take some time and getting everything out would be a nightmare. So I might just stick with the steam stuff today with the freight ones. But we'll have the HSTs running at the very least. Whichever one likes, because I mean, let's face it, do you want to see the Great Western or First Great Western set on the back of one of the power cars? I think it'd be nice to have this one up and running again, but it's only the train car, so we'll just have to see how it goes. We might put the train car of the First Great Western, training car of the HST set from a couple of years back. So we'll just put them to one side for now. And if you can spot the odd coloured one out, I think a lot of people would notice it. This video is going for about 20 minutes. I'm not going to go over that time today because of time. And I have got another video coming up on the way for you tomorrow. Either at Exodus and Davis, Dawlish or Teignmouth, or even Paignton maybe. I'm not sure at this moment in time because I haven't really decided that far ahead. I might come it to I don't know. I mean, if I go swimming tomorrow, if it's warm enough. If it's not, then we'll wait and see. But yeah, my plan is to go swimming tomorrow at Dawlish Beach. That is my plan tomorrow, if everything's going well. So, first up, we have going to be get the Intercity set on first. A lot of people probably put a comment on saying, why do you have the Intercity as the first one to pick in my collection to run? Well, mainly because I'm going to be collecting a lot of these this year where I can. Now, a lot of people will come along and comment on my channel, which is it's actually fine. I have no problem with you guys comment or liking a video or you subscribe to it, because what it does is actually adds up on my subscribers and likes on my videos, which I appreciate very much. It's just at the moment kind of not the carriage behind me. At the moment, I'm trying to do some other new bits, because if you're new to the channel, to the train one, and you don't know much about the videos that I've done from several years back when I started the channel, that some people go along and saying, what about all the other videos that you mentioned? Well, if you want to see some of the older videos I have put up over the years, some I don't highly recommend, because I did talk a lot in some of my older videos, and I did talk about things that probably weren't the best things to talk about at that point in time. But if you want to go and watch it anyway, by all means do so. But just bear in mind the videos back then are not the same what they are now, and things I've covered in those past videos are not so great in the topics I mentioned. Before I'm going to run her entirely for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes of the video, she's not going to be the main priority of today's video. You have two other 43s we're going to be running, and the two steam trains. So 25 minutes is the maximum I am going to be aiming for today's video, just because of time and, you know, energy levels, and with tomorrow being potentially between Dawlish and Exeter tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a kind of odd video. I'm not sure if I'm filming for most of the day tomorrow, because there will be a Freightliner tomorrow, well, unless they activate them during the evening. I'm not sure they will, but we'll see. So, video gameplay wise, there's nothing now until whenever next time I'll see a Freightliner. I have never seen a Freightliner as yet. Seen Codes Rail quite a few times, but I've never seen Freightliner. So, I'll hopefully see Freightliner when potentially when on holiday, I guess. I mean, probably be a perfect time actually, because I'll be have a whole week to see one. So, hopefully I will see one on the way on holiday. Should be pretty nice. Yeah, there was a strike day yesterday, but some reason today they didn't decide to strike. I'm guessing it was like a overtime ban or something. They were decided not to let the drivers to do overtime. I mean, yeah, it's been going on for a while. I do want to do a chat video for you, properly. I want to bring this up, do a proper chat video for you on. I'm hoping, I don't know if I'll do it either tomorrow if I am in Dawlish, or when I'm at home on Saturday. I know Saturday is going to be rather warm, and then the temperature starts to drop again for nearly a week. The whole week is supposed to drop below 20 degrees again for a bit, and then I think towards the end of the week it's supposed to go back up again for the following week. So the weather is a bit messy this year so far. It's been constantly doing the W kind of act. It's doing a lot of that, but that's to do with the climate change. But yes, I want to mention that in this video I'm going to be mentioning one particular thing for this particular video for you guys who want to say. I'm going to be posting another live stream. I'm going to be making another trying to pick up my words. I'm going to be making another live stream, one and away on holiday. There'll be at least one of them, one away, and another time there will be a big video for you every other day. Well, yeah, maybe once every 2 days in between one there, because if I'm doing some very early starts for most of the week one there, then you'll chance to see GBRF, Freightliner, and DB Cargo, and potentially the castle sets going from Exeter and Davis down to Lara, and then Lara down to Penzance. You will see them going through early in the morning, but it depends if they go up to Exeter and Davis in the evenings. But if they're going down again the following morning, then I can potentially see them going down early in the morning. So that way they do like Teignmouth, Dawlish, Taymouth, and then they do Newton Abbot, Totnes, Ivy Bridge, and then they do Plymouth, and then they do all the normal runs from that point, from later in the morning. And that's what they often do. They often do Plymouth to Penzance runs, but from early in the morning to late in the evening, they do go up to Exeter sometimes, and they turn around at Exeter St David's overnight. They work on the 43s and need some upgrades, or do another service on them, and they go up to Exeter to get some work done to them, and then, you know, the next morning they come down again from Exeter down to Penzance. They seem to do that a lot at the moment. They sort of try and entwine the timing that they doing that is in late in the evening. But anyway, enough talk about that. We should hopefully see some 43s one on the way on holiday. That should be quite nice. And on top of that, I will be doing a lot of I'm hoping to get myself I don't know if I should order myself a GoPro or not before I go away, so we could do an underground sea exploring thing, or let you guys see the undersea kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I could get doing. Excuse me. Right, let's get the train moving. I'm going to move the phone around for the layout. So I'm going to do a little railway history for you. And I want to mention when this train is put in service, which will be put in this video as well. Can she go round onto the other line from this direction? We'll wait and see. We'll have a quick showing this on the camera to be gentle with the wires, because the controller is using for this particular operation. Let's see if she can push it across this point. This is the second radius point, so will the HST get into it? Oh, she nearly did. She nearly got into it, and just not doing the whole thing, because literally the track ends just behind me. So I'm not going to push her all the way through because she's got nowhere to go to finish the test. So back she goes through. And I'll just close those points. So a little bit of railway history of the HSTs, and they were put into service in 1975 by a chap called John Wesley. He made these sets. Nigel Guernsey was the one to make Mallard, and the Flying Scotsman and all the other steam trains with A1s and A2s and A3s. John Wesley, the guy who invented the HSTs, he also founded the world of religion, which is not the thing we're talking about for this particular video. These beautiful British diesel hybrid sets from 1975, they came out at London King's Cross, London Paddington, London Pentelis, and a few other London areas that came out of, and they went from London to London King's Cross, some of them, and then to down to Cambridgeshire, the area I used to live in years ago, when I was growing up. And then obviously the Grand Central HST set that came out of London Pancras, going up all the way up to Scotland, a long way up, probably past Aberdeen area, and then the other parts of Scotland, like the East Coast and GNR, come from the south coast of Scotland, and they went across from the East Coast set, which were the GNR eventually got bought out in 2003 or 2008. I think the last one was running in on the main line of the GNR, ex-GNR by that time, was operated by East Coast, and they were took over GNR and a few other sets. And obviously Virgin was operating HST sets for quite some time. So the Intercity BR Intercity Blue and Yellow one was put into service in 1975, the second half of 1975. He was one of the replacements from the older ones from the BR Yellow and Black one, which were the first half of the HST sets. This is the second half of that set from 1975. I think this one was put into service in March of 1975. Again, by the chap from Maiden called John Wesley, and it came from originally, these iconic beautiful 43 sets that came from the APT-E. Not the APT, the APT-E, which was powered by gas turbine engines. And later on, John Wesley came in the design of the British design diesel hybrid HST, which is what we got in model form and in real life between 200 and Trans Am now. So if you want to see the HST still, you can see them going from 20 to 10 amps early in the morning or mid-afternoon. They still do the routes for them. And sometimes, on very odd occasion, we run through from 10 amps to Grand Central every now and again. Not regularly, but they do it. Usually during bad weather, they do run them. Don't ask me why they run them during the really bad weather, because it makes no sense in my eyes, but there we go. And during that time of 1975, the output of the engine, of the diesel hybrid engine at this time, which is this unit, had an output of the engine of, my guess, was it 3,500 horsepower engine, diesel hybrid engine they had on board, got to about 148 miles per hour in real life. They were toned down over the years with more safety regulations came in, and obviously with, being more sensible on the railways and along Devon and Cornwall, where you just got a load of ups and downs and loads of sharp curves in section of the Cornwall area. They need to be slowed down because obviously if they allow it to them go through 140 miles per hour along Devon and Cornwall coastline and railway, just that will be flying off straight down the bank into the hedge. And we don't want to let any of these fall down. And one of the sets did fall down somewhere country towards near, I think somewhere between London and I can't remember the other area. It's not Glasgow, it was pretty close to London area. Can't remember where it was, so was it Reading? I think it was somewhere out country somewhere. One of these sets did fall down in the 1980s because some driving crew, it was operating the set, passing two yellow caution signals, and then there was a train in front of them about 400 miles in front of them and then smacked each other right in front of the train, and about 125 people were killed and there was about 140 people were injured or something like that. It could be 40 people were injured and then 20 people got killed because of the impact. And imagine it's more the driver having the main impact because obviously they're sitting in the front driving the train and they just couldn't look at the controls and they looked ahead of you at the right time to slow the wind down before something could happen. So that did happen. But yes, John Wesley's 43 sets are iconic. They saved the trains from being privatised during the late 80s by a guy called Dr. Beecham decided to privatise everything, and he left closed more than about 150 branch lines in the 80s, and more than 125 of the main lines were closed. And by the 1990s, very few were still operation. During the and some old branch lines were closed in the 1930s, even the 1960s. And after that point, they were not in operation anymore. So, yes, our British train, which I'm going to bring back to you, she could probably go past me and I'll bring her around. I won't play with the wrong controller. Here she comes. This train here, this wonderful, massive awesomeness to the British railway industry from the guy John Wesley who invented this over 65 years ago, and it's still holding prevalent for the modern generation of trains because they hold a special thing for a lot of drivers, staff, and the GWR / Great Western and cross countries. Recent they got really annoyed when the government sold their HST cross country power cars and carriages off of the British main lines last year, and this is just one of those testaments to the one of those sets, because this is one of the second half of the first HST came out on the main line nearly 65 years ago. So, this is the train we're looking at in model form was saving from things to stop the railways being privatised during the late 70s to early 80s. And these basically came in and saved the British Railway network, basically. So, yes, I mean, they do look iconic. They do look a bit their age now, but to be honest, overlook that. They're not that bad a train, even they're nearly 70 years old. They're not that bad trains. They're really not. They could do a bit of tuning up, I'll grant you, but they don't seem to be that bad, really. I mean, we had the 150s that look worse than these things do. I mean, these iconic from the show what the British Railway history is now like on the main lines. These were the saves of British Railways from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000 era. This was saved by this particular train. So, some people criticise because of Dr. Beecham's plans to privatise the whole British Railway network during the late 70s to early 80s. And then by, I think, 1985, quite a few of the pipelines were already closed because they didn't want to put the upgrade and make everything private, and the customers pay more for the travel, which is what is happening today on the main line. So further afield you go now, more it charges and more you have to pay out a fee for travelling further afield. If you stay in the local vicinity of Devon and Cornwall with your rail cards, you can save a third off. I got a new rail card recently with it basically covers the whole network between Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, London, Wales, Scotland. Obviously I can't go out to Ireland because there's a sea in the way. I could also go to France if I want to. That's how much my new rail card covers. So I could potentially go from Cornwall or into France. It would be a long, expensive journey, but potentially I could do it because I've got that sort of rail card now. But I want to go in, I think at some point in the future, I want to go to Aberdeen and see if they've still got the white, blue and white ones, which are still prevalent to Aberdeen, which is crazy to say because you just don't get them in Devon Cornwall so much anymore, except from the Rail Tour one, which the blue and white one, which Midland Pullman HST first class experience. I have never been on it entirely for travelling wise. I have never been on it. I only been on it for the cab reason, been in the cab of it when it was going down to the River Dart, and it was going up the River Dart for the day and it's going to go back down to Penzance. This was during April this year. So I saw it on the Friday and I followed the next day after on Saturday. And sadly on Saturday I did not see it going back down in Cornwall because by that time I was quite tired and I lost the energy to do so. And I potentially could have seen it between St Germans and Liskeard, seeing it come passing through, but I didn't. So hopefully next time the Midland Pullman HST comes down, I'm going to be hopefully heading to Cornwall when it comes back down, because I think between Liskeard and St Germans, the area I explored today with me and my mum, we explored an area which led from the footpath up to a field which has the main line literally right beside this field, and it's really close, so that area would suit quite well because of the angles you can get along there. And the Midland Pullman, seeing that one passing through there and then catching it down at a place like Lostwithy or whatnot, it's another place to catch you from, because that way you kind of got 2 hours to catch you from. So maybe I catch it one way, jump on a train, go back down to Cornwall to catch it from a different direction later in the day. So yes, we can say a big thanks to John Wesley, the guy who invented these beautiful diesel hybrid class 43s HST sets. I mean, without these trains we wouldn't have all the modern ones. I mean, we have the IETs now, we've got the Voyagers, the 150s, which are not all that new. They're from the 80s, and the Voyagers from, I would say, the late 80s to the early 90s. So they're more new in the 43s, but not by a heavy amount. I think they're about 20 years younger. That's maybe 15 years younger in this. But I mean, yeah, it's outstandable really to think these iconic sets from John Wesley's made, they are still prevalent to this day with modern trains, and they will still be seen between Plymouth and Penzance route. So I have been down to Penzance recently, not last week but the week before. I went down to Penzance and I was seeing all the upgrades they're doing on the railway down there. And yes, they are extending multiple sidings for multiple units, probably just not all for passionate working trains, but probably quite a big percentage of it probably being freight. But yes, there is things are changing on the railways. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to my bed to get to the castle sets and the GNR. I'm not 100% sure as we're going to get to the Steam tonight because it is hub state, but we'll see. I might have to keep the Steam short if I do, but we'll get to that. Do I recommend to get the HST and AA form while you still can? Definitely. You should love the HST as much as I do. Worth getting them when you can, because I don't know how long they could be prevalent or how long they could be sold on the line for before Hornby will start to see them in places where they want to take them away, and then just, not to give them out to anyone. So I'll get to the next 43 sets. I know you didn't see much running around you, but let's get to the next angle and we'll see if I can get some better angles for you with the next set. Being it's nearly 9 o'clock, I need to cut it short and not to leave it too much longer. Let's get these last two 43 sets on the go, and then we'll end it there, I think, for tonight. I don't think I'm going to have the time to get the pannier and the pug. I don't think we're going to get those two running tonight. Let's go for the castle set next, and then we'll end it off with Junior. And I'm going to put GW at the front in this occasion, and I'm going to put Great Western trading car at the back. I will get the front tyre sets for you sorted out, hopefully later this year. I'm going to get a couple of new sets this year. Well, at least 3 or 4 of them, I think, if I can. If finances are suitable for it. I'm hoping I can get Grand Central, East Coast, Virgin, First Great Western, Coast Country, and Coast Rail set. That is the main 3 I'm aiming to get this year, if I can do so. But if I can't, then it'll be just the 3. But we'll see, because got to be sensible. I mean, everyone says a lot of times that, well, owning a model railway comes with a bit of a challenging thing, because it's how much can you really willing to spend on a hobby without being poor, completely poor. I mean, to the point you've got no money left to spend on your food or bills or anything else. I know that sounds kind of depressing, but it's true. I mean, I'm getting to the point in my life where I want to continue buying my 43 sets, but I want to also make sure I got enough to do other things I want to do. With travelling on trains and going on holiday and, visit some new areas by rail. I guess, have the opportunity to do that if I took the opportunity to open my sensibility up a bit. So, yes, I'm gonna put Great Western on the back of this particular occasion, because I still have the original trading card from a long time back. I'm going to get the new power card put onto her, and I'll get some carriages to her once I get the new power cards joined to it. Right, we'll get GWR / Great Western, First Great Western Group Company training card back into shot. I'll try to stay out of shot as much as possible once I get her moving. Oops, hang on. Is there any other trains running this week outside of the normal runners? Well, 3 normal runners between Plymouth and Penzance. There's the normal ones, Plymouth, Penzance. If you're going further afield, like from Plymouth to Birmingham New Street area, then you need to get a cross country from Plymouth to Birmingham New Street. And I have considered going up there next weekend, but I don't know if I will, because it's quite a long journey, and that means sitting for like 4.5 hours, depending on what route the cross country takes. And I love the idea of having the opportunity to do such a thing. However, I don't really want to overstretch my cost, so to speak, especially at the moment where, you know, I don't have the free time to do so every day, to travel every day of the week. I mean, I would like to. I mean, I really would like to, but yeah, as I say, funds only get so far in life, especially when things can be really tight. Right, we'll get this last 2 going, and then we'll end off here because it's nearly 9 o'clock and I don't want to overstretch my time by too much. I'll just try to push that back a bit. Let me step over there again. I hate doing that. Kind of takes to put the pressure on the controller a bit more. Just lost the training guard behind. What's wrong with the coupling? I don't know. Oops. I'm going to reconnect her when she comes around the corner. Here she comes. There's Cardiff Castle, 43187. Did not see Cardiff Castle on the main line today. I saw Newport Castle, which I also own, in the 43188 and 43187, which is Cardiff Castle. So we've got Great Western trading car on the rear of this one, in the original purpley blue livery. Haldor is the Great Western 43, so I'm quite sure they're going back a bit to the, I would say early 90s actually. They're around about the early 90s area. They're not, they're not as old as, say like the cross countries and these place sets. They're not as old. But I would say they're at least maybe 30 years old. But yes. What I'm looking at getting, it's got a nameplate on the back of the other 43 I'm looking at getting, which is a Great Western one. Doesn't have power fans though. These trains, they do a top speed around about 125 miles per hour, the Great Western ones. Because at that point they were lowered to 125, so 20 years later, these were limited to 125 miles an hour by that point. Obviously the castle effects were limited to 110, I think because of safety reasons, and the track down in here in the southwestern Devon Cornwall area, it's quite old, so it means the track probably wouldn't take above a certain amount of speed and weight, because obviously there's a chance of the track collapsing or tipping on itself, because the seat might be really old. And obviously some of the lines that we have around here are quite old. I mean, only recently we had the upgraded signals here from the old semaphore signals, which you still can see between, what's that place called near 54 Penzance, Sheffield Campbell and St Earth, and Penzance, St Earth, that was it. St Earth, if you want to see the semaphores, you want to go to either St Earth train station or Liscard. They're the two areas you will see the semaphores stood up at this moment. You won't see them in Bodmin, you won't see them in at Lost River anymore. You might see the remains of the old ones that are still there from last year, but you won't see the active ones anymore unless you go to Smurf or Liscard Station. That's where you can see these still active 74 signals. And of course it's the Heritage Railways. And they will be there as long as the Heritage lines are working. So, we're gonna upper the foot a little bit now. So yes, I am going to be ending this video off in about a couple of minutes. I'm going to end this video off with a Junior HST set with its carriages, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, this wasn't my entirely in time video for this evening, but I think this is the best I can do for today. As I said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. We're on the road to nearly 300 subscribers now, and my main goal for the end of this year is to get between 800 and 900 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm hoping, and fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get to that point. Maybe to 1,000 if we can reach it by December. 23rd December, I'm hoping we reach about 1,000 subscribers. Fingers crossed. So, I'm hoping, I think we're supposed to get to 1.2k subscribers by the end of the year. And about 10k viewers at the end of the year. Should be doable. There's more Lorry Adventures coming your way with obviously the Heritage Railways. I haven't turned to it for this year yet. With the Bodmin Heritage Railway, I haven't done the rides on that yet. I haven't done the Totnes Heritage line yet. I'm going to be heading towards that soon. As well as the Bodmin Heritage Railway one soon as well, because I'm hoping to do that in a couple of maybe just after I come on back from a holiday. I'm going to start doing the heritage stuff, and then I'm going to be doing some videos at the Norfolk Railway, the Heritage Railway at Norfolk, when we go out there again, and there will be some videos at the main line at the Heritage Railway at Norfolk, and also there will be the videos from what do you call it? Oh gosh, can't remember the name of it. There's going to be a few other lines I'm going to be going up to this year. So they're doing some unboxing of new model 00 HST sets for this layout. Because my layout's going to be dedicated to the HSTs in general, so this is going to be a HST carriage line for these sets. So my idea is to have a 7-volt down here, right near the point, and there's going to be another one just here, near this point, and then there'll be maybe it switches between this section and that one, and then I'll have another 7-volt just down here near this cross point, and another one off to the right here for the other two sidings, and then I'll have 1 or 2 on that side for the freight. So mainly this whole section here is going to be for the HSTs. Line 2 is still not in use yet because I'm still working on that, but I'm working towards having some potential possibilities with some changes to the railway to make it more, I don't know how to explain it incorrectly, but basically it's being more eco-friendly to the railway. I want to make it more suitable to be every HST on my dream layout to be suitable for the 7 floors. I want to put in some upgrades and systems to the railway to make sure the carriages that are going to have some little tiny touch-ups on even the newer ones. On the inside they're going to be painted tables, going to have painted headrests to make them look more like first class, and they're going to have that white cross in the back, and some of the old VR in-city sets will be white with blue seats with the yellow tartan and first class cloth over the back of those ones. And then maybe have like little miniature speakers that they would have in the ceiling. So you can have little microphones going through the ceiling where they do the announcements of each station. That's the kind of thing I would like to see with these sets. And there'll be a couple of other things like DCC sound and DCC like steam effect or diesel effect coming out of the top of the chimneys. That's kind of what I would like to go for. And then have that sort of winding sound where it's idling without escaping it, and you hear the electric motor kind of kicking in. That sort of thing, all that sort of thing would interest me. Of course, the one lane will be analog, the other one will be digital. That's my goal. So one of these 2 lines will be analog, the other one will be digital. That way we have a mixture, and things could be different depending on what I want to change it for on that day. My love for trains would never change, even though I'm an old man many years down the line. I'll still come home after going for a walk one day, 60 years later down the line, I'll still come home and, go for a walk with my dog or whatnot, and come home and turn on hold the trains. And, me being where I am, and my love for trains always is a big thing in my love for many years. I mean, watching HSTs are my most favourite thing to watch. I do get fascinated by some steam trains like the Flying Scotsman and the recent one I saw last weekend, and that was quite an interesting one. And of course Mallard is quite fascinating to watch when it's in operation. I mean, Evening Star, I've never seen the Evening Star. I'd like to. I've never seen it in person, obviously because I wasn't born in 1915 or whatnot when it first came out. I was born in the 90s, and the ones I was growing up around in the 90s are C6. These are the ones I've grown up around, because even when I was young, these were fairly new. They were only like 10 years old at the time when I was growing up. So these were pretty much brand new off to the main line at that point. And they weren't 10 years at the time I was growing up. They were about 20 years old by that point. So yeah, they were fairly new still at that point in my life. They weren't old at all. I mean, 65 years later, the sole operation between Finland and Penzance, and the Veltor one, the Midland Horns HST, is still probably owned by a private company, because the Veltor have every year with it. And they do Scotland lines, they do the Welsh drum, from Plymouth. They go from Plymouth? I think they do, don't they? They go from Plymouth up to Wales. And that's the one I want to go on next year for my social affairs thing. Is go the Midland Point HST in first class and have a Thai day trip going up to Wales, come back later the same day, and then have a Thai footage of me walking down carriages, during the time that I can. I get different photo shots and things like that and see how it looks out with the video and then put it onto Facebook. That's my plan. Because I would have put back that pictures and videos to that one, and with the cab from this year I want to put it into the carriage that I'm going to be staying in for the journey going up to Wales. And obviously that means that I would hopefully do so next year for my big birthday. But yeah, so I'm going to bring Cardiff Castle to a stop and we'll end it off with GNR 43. And as I say, that would be my end running session for tonight with GNR HST. It's a shame I haven't got to the Pioneer and the Pug steam locomotive, but I will get to that in a later video, I believe, because I don't have the time tonight. It's literally a few minutes away till 9 PM and I probably should end it off with GNR. So we'll have a couple of shots passing through with GNR HST set and then I'll end it off and we'll just wrap it up for the evening. Right, let's get to GNR HST for the end of the video. And yes, it is 9 PM and it's still rather warm. Incredible. It is nearly June, so I'm not 100% surprised. But yeah, nearly my holiday time and I'm really much looking forward to it. Right, we'll end it off. It's now 53 minutes into the video. And yeah, I'm getting rather warm. I might have to open the windows tonight. Oh dear. Yeah, making my very videos in the summer this year might be a little hard, especially with the heat. But I'll do it probably every once in a while when we get a cool day. And other days I might just do it when I'm out and about on mainlines or carriage drives instead. I've got a chat video coming up for you soon. But we're going to end this video off with this set. So fingers crossed we should get a couple of flybys with the GNR HST set from, I think this set got put out of service in 2007, I believe. Was it 2007 or 2008? I can't remember entirely. And GNR 43108, was it 43105? I can't remember. Can't read it. I think it's 43105 there's one. So I'm just going to lean over and switch on the controller. And jeez. Come on. She's doing anything. There she goes. It's a little cold, but no worries. I don't run her like every hour, every single day. I run her every other week or every other day. Yeah. There we go. We'll end her off as passing by. She's not a big train. I'm hoping to have 5 more carriages to add to the set. And yeah, it's about 9 o'clock. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And until next time, guys, have a great evening, and I'll catch you guys all in tomorrow's video. Not so sure where I'm going yet, but I will let you know when I get there. Have a great evening. Peace out.